Hi, everyone, and welcome to another interview for Leadership Unscripted. I'm your host, Liliana Rojas, and today I'm excited and grateful to welcome Roula Clerc-Nassar. Roula, you are a seasoned executive with over 24 years of global leadership experience at Procter& Gamble and PepsiCo and others, from leading insights across continents to founding Ellumine Consulting and Coaching. Your journey reflects brilliance, courage, and reinvention. You are a trilingual multicultural leader rooted across regions and now empower women and teams to thrive with purpose, inclusion, and authenticity. With neuroscience-based coaching and a deep understanding of people, you spark meaningful, lasting transformation. You are an extraordinary coach and leader, and I am honored to have you with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eliana. Thank you for all you're doing and for this brilliant introduction.
So let's get started. And we're here to talk about leadership unscripted. And I want to hear about you. What compelled you to contribute your leadership journey to this book? And what made this the right time to share it?
So, for me, it was not even a question when this possibility came. I was compelled to contribute. And for me, it works at three levels. The first level is that I feel very privileged to be part of this amazing group of P&G alumni coaches who all have incredible executive experience and have followed their calling to go and get to a different type of work in this new part of their career. And I wanted just to contribute to this collective effort and to whatever else we want to create as a group. So that's one level for me. Um, the other level is to share my story. Now, when I talk about sharing my story, this is not about like bringing the spotlight on me. It's not necessarily something that having the spotlight, that's something that I really look for. I have humility that comes out as part of my strength. And, sometimes I think, is it really a strength? And it can be. But it's not that I want the spotlight on me. But I am in touch with many people who share similar types of challenges, questions about their career. What do we do about this? Do we dare? Don't we dare? How we go about it? And I wanted the story to potentially be an inspiration to people in this situation. And the last level for me is that in my chapter of this book, I share also the foundations of a model that I use in my group programs, parts of it also in my individual coaching, and certainly in the keynotes that I do. And because I know that it resonates so strongly with the audience, I wanted to make sure that I also can share this more broadly, that whatever I'm able to do more personally through these mediums. So this is it. These are the three big reasons why this was so compelling to me.
I love that, and I am so happy to have you as one of the stories, because although you mentioned that you don't want the spotlight, I do believe that you need the spotlight because your story is so beautiful. And to your point, when people are related and connect with us to our stories, they can see the light at the end of the tunnel when they're in those valleys, right? And I think that that's so beautiful. But you talk about the things that you're sharing, not only as a coach, but also things that you experienced through in your life. And I would like to learn, like, what core leadership lesson or bold move do you hope stays with the readers long after they close the book?
Yeah, there are many things, obviously, but if I had to choose one, what would come to me is to continuously anchor ourselves in who we are. In the book, I reference building our internal compass, these things that make us uniquely who we are. Things like our values, our strengths, the impact we want our life to create. And first, drive clarity on that, because as a matter of fact, few of us really have the chance to take time and really crystallize all of this. So one, define this for yourself. And then once you have this compass, continuously refer back to it whenever you are launching a new chapter, a new project, whenever you're facing a challenge, so that you are continuously grounded. And from this place of being grounded, you are able to set the best course for you to move forward. So if I had to choose one thing, that would be the thing that I would choose.
Amazing, amazing. And this book is not only about sharing our stories and our advice, it's to highlight and to me, create awareness about the way leadership's changing. Leadership is changing not only from when we were leaders back in the day, but also based on everything that's happening and the workplace that we're going to be facing tomorrow. And it's a way for me to highlight and create awareness on the leaders today on what they need to do as they move forward. What do you believe today's leaders need to unlearn to be able to lead more powerfully and more authentically?
Yeah, this is a great question, Ileana, and it's amazing because we have been for many years really talking about uncertainty and VUCA world and disruption, and the bar on those seems to go higher and higher and higher, and it truly feels like this year this is coming to a totally new height. So yes, it is important that we think through what is it that we need to change and what is it that we need to update. And you're right, it starts with other things that we need to unlearn. And for me, if there is one big thing in terms of unlearning that comes, it's really about moving away from autopilot. Now, autopilot exists for a reason. Our brain is a very energy consuming organ. It consumes much more energy than it contributes to our body weight, and therefore it's programmed to conserve energy so that we can just continue to exist. And this is why we can go on autopilot, because there is no way we can engage our cognitive abilities on everything that we have to do in any one day. However, it's important that we unlearn going on autopilot in how we lead as people. And for me, it goes on 3 different levels. One, going off autopilot in how we lead ourselves. Nothing is given for granted. At any one point in time, we should be able to look at the total picture and change course, etc. And autopilot can be a barrier in that. Certainly, go off autopilot in how we're leading our teams. And really continuously looking for where they are and what is it that we want to do differently to be able to move forward best together, and how we lead the business as well. And probably the order in which I said it is sort of the descending order in terms of challenge, because the business sometimes compels us, even if we don't want to stop and look back and change. There's no way around it. Our teams, maybe not as automatic, but we can still do it because there are other people accountable. So it is important here that we're able to stop and think, where are we and where do we need to course correct? So unlearn autopilot.
I love that advice. And I think it's something that we need to be intentional about every day. Otherwise, we fall back into these behaviors that are so deeply ingrained in the way we do things. So creating that self-awareness is critically important. Thank you so much for sharing. So if readers walk away with just one message from your chapter, and in a way you sort of hinted to a couple, but if like, which one would you feel is the main core thing that you would feel utterly satisfied, like I made a difference in the world? What would you like it to be?
Yeah. I mean, if I have to distill it all down, it's about each one of us owns our path. And for me, this message is impactful at two levels, at least. One level is it's really empowering. Our path is ours to shape. And when our path is not serving us the way we would like, for whatever reason, we have the power to go and change it. And that just opens possibilities, and we should not be victims of whatever choices happened or whatever circumstances are happening. So that is one level. The other level is, once we realize that we have this power within us, it also becomes a responsibility. It's no longer okay to continue going, even if it's not working very well for us, because that certainly impacts us as people, but then that impacts the people around us, starting with the people that count most, our families, the close people, our friends, and it certainly impacts the people that we lead, our teams, our businesses. And I always repeat, there is no way you can really be a good leader if you're not leading yourself first. So for me, it's really we own our path, and this is a responsibility that we want to really take and role model as well.
Thank you so much. So inspiring. And I look forward to like hearing more and to hearing more from our audience and from our readers, you know, as they go through these stories, because I think there are common threads in all of our stories, but there's also unique differences. And I think that's what brings the richness to our world, where each of us can relate to each other in different ways, but also pull some beautiful learnings and some beautiful insights from each journey. So Roula, thank you so much for being a part of this great book, and just for doing all the great work that you do as a coach and moving forward leaders. And thank you so much for being here. This was amazing.
Thank you, Iliana. Thank you for leading this effort and doing it so beautifully, and for everything else that you're doing in your career.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. I hope you are doing well anywhere in the world you are. And don't forget, if you haven't already, catch the book and order it at www.leadershipunscriptedbook.com. See you on a next episode about Leadership Unscripted. Have a good one.
Bye.